Yes, people, good afternoon to you all. Drama in group there. What a final match in group there. Come on. And as you can see in here, Australia did it. They qualified for the round of 16. But what a two games to watch. A lot drama as we expect, round of, last game, match three, there's still a lot to play. So between Australia, Tunisia, and Denmark. Denmark was one of the biggest favorites, and a lot of people out there actually predict Denmark to finish top of the group. Denmark is out of the World Cup without winning one game in the groups, right? I mean, it's crazy. Big up to everyone who's watching this. I'm going to go through in the chat in a minute. Then I'm going to share my screen as well. I'm going to give my photos. I'm going to review the Tunisia and France game. That's the game I actually watch. I watched a little bit of the Australian Denmark, but yes, I will go through both of the games and I will check as well everything that happens on group there. Let me go and see few people already in a live chat. Big up to everyone. And also we're going to look ahead of Argentina in the group tonight because there's still plenty to play. Everyone can still qualify, but like I said, as you can see in here, big up to everyone that is watching. Wow. Let me just quickly go here. Truly gonna big up to you, my man, always supporting me, really appreciate. And I'm sure he's excited for tonight. Alexander Anton says, what a shame France didn't lose from Sonia. Sonia is, whatever she's doing, let she work. And look, a big up to you, my man, really appreciate the support. True Gunner says it was a win for Tunisia now. It finished 1-1, finished a draw, 1-1. Griezmann last minute, when Griezmann come on, Mbappé, Dembélé, that was a different gravy. Come on. Also, Lucas says, are you dropping link? What you mean? What link? I don't know what you're trying to say, my man, but I can, if you want to come along, I will drop the link to you right now. Let me see if I can drop now. If you want to come along, you're more than welcome, my man. Then we're going to go look ahead. I've just dropped the link. If you want to join me, you're welcome, my man. But let me from a big up to you, my brother, always supporting me. Says hi, everyone. And look, 1-1. Yes, finished 1-1. What drama. Griezmann score. Yes. What a finish that was from El Patron, Antonio Griezmann. And yes, Luca, the link is in there if you want to come along. And Lemmy Frommenberg says Friedman was disallowed offside. And yes, people, big up to you. Onto the ball. He may be with me tonight after the Poland Argentina game. It's a massive game, and that Argentina group, there's everyone can still qualify. So I mean, I've got 9 people watching me, and big up to everyone. Really appreciate the support. And like I said, I'm gonna review the game. It wasn't the best game from France. They made 9 changes. I mean, personally, I know they finished top of the group already. They qualify, but I just think that's just too many changes. But then second half, when, Griezmann come on, Mbappé, Rabiot and Dembélé, this is France, right? This is the real France we know. One of the biggest favorites, most likely will reach the final. But I was very disappointed with France and also with Denmark as well. Going out in a group with Tunisia and Australia, so much respect for these nations. They're not bad sides, but come on, Denmark, right? I mean, Denmark had an amazing qualify. They had an amazing Euros last Euros in 2020. The Euros was playing 2021 due to COVID. Denmark had a great tournament, and coming into this World Cup, for me, yes, it has to be. Unless, let's say that probably Argentina, if Argentina does not win today, if Argentina gets knocked out, yeah, Argentina probably be the biggest disappointment. But so far, definitely Denmark. Absolutely, it was just horrible. But Constable says, Jose, big up to you. Thanks. France lost. They didn't lose. They draw. Antonio Griezmann scored in the last minute. And Lucas says, let me see in here. Steve, big up to you. Really appreciate the support. Says France was so fast team through. Where's the link? I've dropped the link. And Let me just quickly drop the link. I will send you on Twitter now. Hold on. Just gonna drop the link to you on Twitter. Let me see if I can find you. Trust me, I've got a million of messages on Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter for a long time. Yeah, look, I just drop you the link on Twitter, so you should have the link right now. And they're gonna say, "Is France lost?" No, they drew 1-1. They did not lost. They drew 1-1. And Steve Valles says made 9 changes. Like I've mentioned, right? They've made 9 changes, but let's not forget that France is the world champion. 2018, a lot of quality as well, and you would expect that even the changes they did, you would expect France to play better. France was absolutely nowhere, very, very, very poor, and clearly, once Dembele come on, and Mbappe, Griezmann, Rabiot, yes, that was real France. We know so much quality. They create quite a few chances as well, and I'm pretty sure if the game had another 2 or 3 extra minutes, France would probably have won this game. And in here with me, I've got Luca. Big up to you, Luca. Welcome back to my channel once again after what? I think like the last time you was on my channel was when England won the World Cup.
Big up, man. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. The score was 1-0. Look.
Is it finished 1-0?
Yeah, it was 1-0. Look.
Wow, I just changed it. Look, hold on. Let me go on my YouTube studio quickly to change. So
No
what
worries,
is
man.
happened then? All right, hold on.
And
Hold
it was
on.
VAR and it was offside.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. Let me just quickly change because all right, hold on, people. It was my mistake. I saw Griezmann score and then I was preparing straight away to go live. Hold on. Let me just quickly change that. Wow. Did the ref blow the whistle and then they checked the VAR?
Yeah, that's what they did.
All right, hold on, hold on. Let me just quickly change. Right, let me see if I can have change now. Really? Right, I don't know what is actually going on. So I've got quite a few people watching me now. Right, let me see. Can someone please try to go back and get back again to see if my thumbnail and the title has changed? I didn't know about it. And so what happened? Because, I saw Griezmann score and then basically that's it. It was over. 9 minutes
It
extra
was
time.
basically what happened
8 minutes.
was Greensman scored, and then literally they were checking it, right? And then the whistle blew,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what I
the goal
thought.
wasn't given. The goal wasn't given. So
How crazy is that? You see, like I said, I was watching the game, Griezmann score, then I saw Griezmann was celebrating with his dance and his movement, and then yeah, the ref blow, and I was like, yeah, it's over, that's it. I turned the telly off, and I was like, and everyone in the chat was telling me like, France lost, and I was like, no, they didn't, and I was like, anyway, fair play to everyone, and thank you for letting me know. How crazy is that? So the goal was due to offside, right?
yeah, it was
Was
offside.
it?
Yeah,
Wow.
France lost.
It was
But
definitely
France got
offside.
a B team out, and Saliba got some minutes.
I know. I was surprised. Was you surprised that Saliba not start today?
Yeah, I was quite baffled and quite shocked that Saliba didn't start because France already qualified for the knockout stages. So
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense for Saliba to start, and it just well for me. If he doesn't start, means he's going to get plenty of rest and get ready for that Boxing Day game against West Ham.
Yeah, I mean, for as an Arsenal fan, it's good to see Saliba having a rest. But France was already through, right? I know
They
they
were.
made 9 changes today. They're already through, and also they guarantee top of the group as well. So
So
if you
France would play. Who will France be playing then? Argentina.
So France will be facing, I will share my screen in a minute, right? So France will be facing someone from Argentina group, right? Argentina still can't face sorry, France still can face Argentina. They still can face Saudi Arabia. They still can face Poland and also Mexico. I know Mexico goal difference is not the best. I think Mexico has to beat Saudi Arabia at least 3-0, and then Argentina has to beat Poland for Mexico to still go through. So yeah,
Yeah.
France will be facing everyone. I'm pretty sure, as much as I think that France is good, definitely for me. Them and Brazil are a different level. Overall, as a team, I think France and Brazil are a different level. Not it wasn't France wasn't today with so many changes, but we saw when Mbappe come on, Griezmann come on, Dembele come on. Look, Mbappe had quite a few chances. Dembele had, then Griezmann score apparently was disallowed that I didn't see. But yeah, I was very, very surprised Saliba didn't start because Saliba is having an amazing season with Arsenal, and Varane's still not fit, right? I'm not sure if Didier Deschamps try to play Varane to try get him back to his fitness again. That's what for the run of 16. But surely he should have started Saliba. Do you agree?
But for me, right, I think Saliba should be starting this game because France have already qualified. You lot have already qualified for the last 16. You're going to find out your opponents tonight for the weekend. So it does kind of make sense. Yes, France made a lot of changes. Yes, they rested like the Mbappes and that, which makes sense. But why would you start Kanate in there, right? Kanate's pretty much played the whole tournament. He deserves a rest. And
Yeah,
Varane didn't even play the first couple of games, or the first game, I think it was.
he did not play the first game, yeah, and
So
Varane
for
was
me,
definitely
I
rested.
personally think France's best partnership should be Saliba and Varane.
I mean, Saliba has been having an amazing season, but then you also got Konate, then you got Upamecano, the centre back for Bayern Munich, a great centre back. I rate him. I think he's very, very good player, and of course, Varane is definitely the main centre back for France. Has been in the last few years. He was the main centre back as well in the last World Cup. He had an amazing World Cup, but yeah, I was surprised when I actually checked the lineup. I was shocking surprise Saliba non-star because clearly, I'm thinking for myself, I don't know what the Jeden Sam's trying to do. Using Saliba now, I know he's young. Don't get me wrong, Saliba he will have his chance. I'm pretty sure in the next World Cup, he probably will be the main defense for France, right? There's no doubt. He's still young, he will have his chances. But yes, did surprise me. But look, overall, the game, a very good first half from Tunisia.
I think
Absolutely.
it was a really good first half for Tunisia, right? I think they played really, really well. I think France wasn't the best performance. They had to lose that game against Tunisia. Almost grabbed something out thanks to VAR. Drama came in and didn't get France a goal, but it didn't really matter about France. Would France fans be very disappointed and be like, you know what? We lost to an embarrassing team. How are we going to boost our confidence if we're going to play someone like an Argentina or someone? Look, for me, if I was French and if I supported France, I would look at this result and be like, you know what? Doesn't matter. Top the group. Australia did France a favour. Going to face someone like Argentina with France's quality, right, and their squad depth. They're going to beat someone like an Argentina. It'll be a good game, but for me, France, I expect them to win on paper. But no, fair play to Tunisia. They deserved the win. France were poor. And I think they played well. I really did.
Yeah, Tunisia was really good. I think Tunisia until probably, let's say, until Griezmann, Dembele, and Mbappe and Rabiot, until these four players was actually everyone in the pitch. Yeah, I thought Tunisia was the better team, and you could tell in the last 20 to 25 minutes plus the 8 minutes the ref gave extra time. You
Yeah.
know, France dominate and all Tunisia care. I thought. I'm sure you watched the game like I did, but once the ref blew the whistle, seems like I didn't watch, and then they disallowed the goal. But you could tell for the last 20 minutes, France was having a control, creating chances, and then everyone was just worried about Australia against Denmark, right? You could tell there was everyone in the bench trying to check the score. They was watching the game. Everyone was just thinking, because it doesn't matter. Tunisia beat France, but Australia beat Denmark. So Australia was always be the one to qualify. So Tunisia was just hoping, let's try and defend and see if Denmark will equalize. But overall Tunisia deserved to win, was the better team. But there's a lot changing in these France squads, and I'm pretty sure run of 16, whoever they face, I think they will go through it. Most likely, we don't know who they're going to face. It's actually hard to tell, right? Look, let me just quickly share my screen so then everyone can see. So as you can see in here now, France Australia finished second. That's a big surprise, right? So round of 16, they will be facing someone from Argentinian group. As you can see in here on my screen, and everyone in the chat, big up to everyone. I will go through in the live chat in a minute. And could you please, some of you guys in the live chat, could do me a favor, subscribe also to Luca. I'm sure he really appreciate Luca. As I'm going to go through in the chat in a minute and also go through the Argentinian group, see who most likely, France will be facing, and given our fours as well, can they actually, make into the quarterfinal? Please drop your link in the live chat.
I think at that group, right, I think Argentina will beat Poland tonight.
Yeah.
I don't think Poland are not all that. I really don't. Yes, they got a good win against Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, of course, are going to be going to. I think Saudi Arabia will beat Mexico. Yes, Poland beat them, right? Which I'm not surprised because Poland should be winning that game, but Argentina had a bit of a shocking game. There's always shocks in an opening game of the tournaments. But Saudi Arabia, I think they'll beat Mexico tonight. And then I think Argentina will beat Poland. I think it's Poland going to go out tonight. I really do.
I said that as well. I think Saudi Arabia, from what I've watched them in the first two games, like against Argentina and also against Poland. Against Poland, they lost, but they had a lot of chances. They could have beat Poland, and they looked really good as a team. They look good. They also have a very good manager. Saudi Arabia manager is a guy who did everywhere he's been with a lot of African nations. He did a very, very good job everywhere. But Lucas, please, could you drop your link on the live chat so people can also support you and subscribe to the channel? I'm still trying to change some of the things in here on my YouTube studio and stuff because, I feel a bit embarrassing. The game finished, 1-0 and I thought it was 1-1.
Not a problem, man. I did this when I did England versus Iran, and I ended it, and it ended up, and I thought it ended 6-1, but it was 6-2. So
yeah. And you know what I do, look at? What I do is when I go live straight after the game, is that I have everything prepared. I always have a few thumbnails as well prepared. 1-0, 1-1. I actually had the 1-1 as well ready.
yeah,
Right. So then, Griezmann score. Then I saw that Griezmann was celebrate, like I said, and then the ref blow. That's it. And do you know what I did? Because I don't like having my telly on while I'm doing a live stream. So I turned the telly off straight away. My mind is only like schedule the stream and go live. I don't check anything else. And then everyone in the chat telling me, "No, France lost." And I was like, "There's no way. How is that goal disallowed?" And I know it's just crazy. But Lucas dropping his link in here.
I'll drop the link in the private chat because I tried to drop it in.
Yeah, that's fine. Look, I'm just gonna quickly drop your link right now in here in the live chat. So could you please, help?
Yeah, go and subscribe to the channel. We are live in about an hour's time. We're doing Poland versus Argentina, watch along. And tomorrow we're doing Croatia versus Belgium. We're trying to get to 2.6K. So if we can get that would be really fantastic. That will support the channel. We just reached to 2,500 2 days ago, and that would be great. And we're live tonight at 6:30.
Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people will support you. But let me go quickly in a chat right now. So onto the ball says Jose, France lost 1-0. The goal was roll out. I know, I can't believe it. Big up to everyone that is watching. We've got 20 people watching us right now.
20 people. Come on.
Yes, really appreciate the support. Let me from Berg say, sorry, my friend, France lost. Griezmann goal was offside. Check it, please. I know, my man, and I appreciate everyone, actually check for me. And, I had time to change. I've changed now the title and thumbnail as well. Like I said, Griezmann, I had the thumbnail ready, 1-0 up, and then the title as well, everything. And then Griezmann score, quickly change. All I care was ref blow the whistle. I said, trying to tell you off, and I don't care anymore. And VAR is just a nightmare. I absolutely hate VAR. But he means his goal got disallowed. Big up to Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Brilliant fucking VAR. That's it, my man. Title has changed. Thumbnail still says 1-1. Should say 1-0 now. I'm pretty sure it should say 1-0 now.
Yeah.
And Unto the Ball says, big up, lads. Look, I'm off to football training. Peace out. goodest guys. So he's going to football training, and he says big up to her. Always, he may be with me tonight after the Argentina Poland. We're going to review that game. Let me remember to say, it's very disappointing from Denmark. Had them in second place in the beginning. Yes. So look, let's talk about Denmark, right? And of course, big up to Australia. Fair play to them going through in this group. That's a massive, massive confidence to them, and credit to them. I thought against Tunisia, they hold well today. Could really watching the two games at the same time. It was very hard, right? But it was playing well. Their goal was a good run, good finish as well. And yeah, they did well going through. And when you actually look in here, the table in here, right? Look, come on,
For me,
Denmark.
for me, I'm quite really surprised that Australia have gone through. Right?
Me
Everyone
too.
expected France and Denmark to be the main top two. Of course, France were always going to win the group, right?
Yeah.
But Denmark getting to a semi-final against England in the Euros last year. Denmark played really well. England scoring in extra time to beat Denmark in the semi-final of Euro 2020. But Denmark have been shocking in this tournament. They've really disappointed me in this tournament. And Denmark, for me, I expected Denmark to get at least the knockout stages. I expected them because Christian Eriksen is a very important player, and he's still a good player, right? And he brings a lot of experience to the national team, and
Oh
also
yeah, they have a quality side.
and they've got good players. They've got some good players from Brentford. So I think it's just they've just been poor in this tournament. It's like the
Very,
same.
very poor. I think. Do you agree that Denmark has been the biggest disappointment in this World Cup?
I think they've been one of them. I think the main one, which has been very disappointing, is Wales. Because
No, I don't think so. Do you know what? Before the tournament, I actually predict Welsh to finish last in the group. I said have
really,
Welsh.
I
Yes,
expected Wales to finish second because look, Wales are not a worse side, right? Like if you go back and have a look at their qualifiers, how they got into it, they really improved, right? But I just think the problem with Wales, right, is they're relying on Gareth Bale too much.
yeah, we clearly can see he's not fit enough, and
No, he's not. He's not the
his
player that
career
he.
is pretty much over.
Yeah,
And people, everyone that is watching this, please, if you could also make sure you like this video, because I only got 4 likes at the minute. I've got,
come on,
5
guys,
likes now.
go and subscribe to Football Vieira, right? He's on the
And
road.
it's not football Vieira, Luca. It's football Ferreira, my man. But
Ferreira.
look, Luca, yes, Denmark, absolute shocking. Do you know what? A lot of people actually predict Denmark to finish top of this group. I was in a few of the shows, and I remember when I did the prediction, I said, look, Denmark should easily go through. Denmark had an amazing qualify. They had an amazing last Euros as well. But, looking at and also Denmark squad as well. If you look Denmark's squad on a paper, like you've mentioned, players like Eriksen and stuff, and you look at this Tunisia and Australia, come on. You look at Tunisia squad, right? You've seen the guy who scored today. He was born in France. He played for Montpellier. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's very, very good player. And he come off after score. His name is Kazri or something like that. He was playing well. He's a good player. Always been in there for Tunisian as well. But come on, Denmark on a paper should easily have finished
For
second.
me, for me, I think Denmark on paper should be winning this because not to disrespect Australia, right? Okay, and well done for them. They've actually qualified, right? And but I know they conceded against France 4 goals. But Australia, for me, they don't have players like Schwarzer, Tim Cahill, all these players what Australia had. And to me, I'm quite shocked that they managed to get into the last 16. Yes, Australia are going to face somebody difficult. Yes, they'll probably get knocked out, but the Aussies, they'll be very happy getting into the last 16
Oh,
because
yes,
for
100%.
Denmark, for me, like they should be in the knockout stages. Denmark have been really disappointed in this tournament. To finish bottom of the group with 1 point, with experienced players like Christian Eriksen in that team, you should be at least in second place.
Oh
And
yeah,
I think Denmark need to regroup again and start getting back to where they want to be, because they had the pretty much similar team in the semi-final.
hmm I know it's shocking. Yeah, definitely. Like I've mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Unless Argentina does not make the run of 16, I do think that Denmark definitely has been the biggest disappointment in this World Cup. Shocking to see them finish last, and also Denmark did not win a single game in this group. Right? It's not okay. I would understand if they actually finish at least third with a win and two losses. But now look, Denmark did not manage to grab a win in this group. Shocking for Denmark. But look, like everyone said, the goal was disallowed. Absolutely shocking.
Go back and watch the replay, people, man. It's been disallowed. So
Yeah, that's it. And Lemmy Frommenberg says, I had Australia at fourth place. They didn't give them a chance, but that's why we love the World Cup. Very true. This is why we love the beautiful game. Anything can happen, anything is possible. We are in here, we're reviewing the game, we're giving our thoughts, we do our predictions as well. But
go
then
on.
at the end of the day, look, anything can happen. That's the
Anything
reality.
can happen. It really could in this World Cup, and that's what we liked about this World Cup.
Yeah, very, very true. JL, big up to you. Really appreciate the support, my man. He says, Cristiano Ronaldo, please come to Canada. So he wants Cristiano Ronaldo to go and play in the Canada League. And he says, do you think Saudi Arabia beats Mexico? I think they will. I think that this Mexico, I've said this a few times, that this Mexico squad is the poorest Mexico squad that I ever remember in every World Cup. Absolutely shocking team. But who knows? Like I said, anything can happen. But then Argentina needs to make sure they win today, because I don't think a draw. I just got a feeling a draw will not be enough for Argentina today.
No, I don't. I
I
don't.
go through if like Mexico beat Saudi Arabia. It all depends on goal difference. Remember, people
So
also.
if can Argentina still go through if they get a draw?
Yes, let me just quickly show you, because remember, Luca is head to head, right? Sorry, is goal difference first, then it goes head to head, right? So it's always goal difference. And if you actually look in here on my screen, right? Let me just quickly go through with Jay quickly, because I haven't really seen Jay in my live streams. I'm shocked France lost. Look, I was shocked in a way that they made 9 changing and they was really poor. The only thing I was shocked about France today, it was the way they performed. Even changing 9 players, I still believe that France, is a World Cup champion still, right? And a nation that reached, in the last 2 years, reached one of them in the final against Portugal in 2016. France just won the nations as well. There's a lot of quality. I know they've got Benzema out, Kante, Ponga, and Cookie, one of the Hernandez as well. Too many quality players that is injured, but it doesn't matter. We're talking about one of the biggest countries in the world in football. A country that have won 2 World Cups, been in another few finals as well. So you expect France to always be up there, especially against Tunisia. It doesn't matter how many changes you make, they should have performed better. But at the end of the day, you could tell they wasn't really concentrate, and the connection between the players that Didier Sams make the change is not the same when we saw when Mbappe come on, Griezmann, Rabiot, and Dembele completely changed the game. By fair play, Tunisia was the better team. We also got to give our man of the match for this game. I've got my man of the match, but we will go in there in the last 5 minutes of this stream. And also, Lemmy Frommenberg says, I think this World Cup shows again that not the best team on paper wins. Very true. You don't have to be the best team on paper to win. We've seen a few surprises, and I'm pretty sure we will see some more. Steve Ayech, big up to you. He's French. Some player in France, the squad, don't even deserve to be in the list of 26. And I absolutely agree with you. We had this chat lots of times, and I absolutely agree with you. JL says, I think Argentina underestimate their competition. Very true. And I think, Argentina in this group, especially against Saudi Arabia, that first game, Saudi Arabia was the better team that deserved to win. And they went to confidence. You should not go into a game. Look at Ecuador yesterday against Senegal, right? Ecuador. Ecuador was very good against Qatar, and also they should have been
Oh,
Netherlands. Yesterday, they were shocking poor. They went with the mentality of a draw is enough. We're gonna go in there play for a draw. In football, you should never go to play for a draw because you know you will end up losing. And that what happened in Ecuador yesterday. Senegal was the better team by far, but Ecuador was shocking, wanted to play for the draw and then lost. This is why I should never go and play for a draw. JL says Mbappe is carrying France in his World Cup. Yes, absolutely. What's a player? He's going to be the next god. That's
he
for
is.
sure.
Mbappe
That's-
is going to be world class.
yes. Do you believe that Mbappe, after obviously Messi and Ronaldo, the end of their careers,
No,
coming?
I think Mbappe. When Cristiano Ronaldo retires in about 2 years' time, what he come out and said in his interview, right? And Messi, I don't know when Messi's going to retire, maybe the next 2 or 3 years, because I think Ronaldo is a bit similar, older or a little bit older than Messi. But I think Mbappe is going to be the next big thing. Like
Yes.
Neymar had potential, right? But he's still a good player. He's still a good player, but I don't think he'll be up there with Mbappe. But I think Mbappe and Haaland are the next big two to dominate. Look, do you think, right, and I've got a question, right? Do you think football will be the same without Lionel Messi and Ronaldo? Because people are going to be like, they're not used to it.
Of course, we have to get used to, and this is another thing that I should say to people, and I always say to people all the time: you should never compare Messi and Ronaldo. You should just
Cool.
enjoy both while they last, because we're not gonna see. I guarantee you, in our lifetime, right? I've been watching football since what 93, 94. I was born in 89. I've seen the very best players out there. I've seen Romarios, I've seen Ronaldinho, I've still saw a little bit of Maradona, I've seen Brazilian Ronaldo, I've seen everything. Yeah, Zinedine Zidane, all this kind of players, right? But look, to keep out there in a high level, playing in that high level for the what Ronaldo and Messi did for so many years, for the last 16, 17 years, we will not see two players again. Okay, a lot of people trying to compare and saying Mbappe, Haaland's going to be the next two things, right? But I do think that Haaland is a robot, is a machine. The guy is an absolutely beast. He will score plenty of goals on his career. He will probably end up breaking a lot of records,
He
but
would, of course.
when you see Mbappe and Messi, and then when you see Ronaldo and Messi, and when you see Haaland, they're all completely different players. They
But
all have
to
their
me,
different
look,
style, right?
to
And
me,
when you look at Mbappe and Haaland, right? I've said this a few times, Luca, right?
yeah.
I take Mbappe any day long, right? Mbappe can do it his own. I'm not saying he can do it on his own, but it's different gravy. Mbappe, he's going to be that player that he will easily on his own decide a lot of games, winning a lot of trophies on his own, basically. With Haaland, helps when he has the team and the quality around him, like you see in Manchester City. I think we should not compare Mbappe with Haaland. Two amazing young players, going to be up there at the top for the next probably 5 to 6 years, maybe competing against each other. But Mbappe, for me, that's just me. I'm not sure everyone in the chat. I do believe that Mbappe is in one step above Haaland. Mbappe can do on his own, and I don't think Haaland can do on his own like Mbappe does for France, does week and week out. And remember, Mbappe already won a World Cup with 19 years old, right? And he had an amazing World Cup in 2018. And look how he's been already. Like you mentioned, he's so important for France, right? He's carrying France.
Mbappe is a very important player for France, right?
Oh yeah,
He pretty much owns PSG Football Club with the money what he has.
yeah. I mean, we should just put that on the side. Wherever he does at
Oh,
Paris Saint-Germain, if he owns the club or now, I just don't think that gonna have to do what he performs, right? But when you see this Mbappe, the quality of this guy, the speed and the pace this guy has, is absolutely unbelievable. A massive talent. Let's not forget that Mbappe already won one World Cup. Who knows? He may win another World Cup. I mean, Mbappe will definitely become one of the greatest of all time. Let's see how he's going to finish his career. Honestly, it's going to be crazy. His numbers, his titles, and everything he's going to do for football is going to be scary, and he's definitely going to be up there. That's how I think. And
Yeah,
also, Steve
100%, yeah.
says not just Mbappe, Griezmann been amazing. Yes, Griezmann always been important for France. You saw today when he come on, he's absolute a magic Griezmann. Um, his work rate, the role he has in this France team is unbelievable. A lot of people don't realize how important is Griezmann for France, but he is important, very 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 important. So JL says this is my first World Cup. How exactly did Qatar even qualify? That team is trash. Absolutely agree with you, my man. Qatar, I said Qatar, Costa Rica, and most likely Mexico are the poorest nation in this World Cup. But Qatar, they qualify because they're the hosts and because they paid money as well. And also Spurs of Fish says Mbappe, big up to you. Really appreciate the support, my man. JL says, did you hear about the drama with Canelo and Messi? Yes. That is silly from Canelo. Messi was never meant to, put his feet on top of the Mexico share. So Mexico jersey, share or t-shirt, whatever you want to call, was in the floor. Messi was just basically taking his boot off. They was happy. They were celebrating in the changing room. That was silly from Canelo. But what I guess it happened from Canelo was the clip he saw. He only saw the clip that Messi basically had his boot on the top of Mexico jersey. That's why, after he saw the full clip, I'm sure Canelo has changed his mind. But look, if Canelo wants to have a fight in a ring with Messi, he will not have no chance because I will step in the fight and I will beat Canelo the hell of his shit out. Isn't it, Luca? And also, Lemmy Frommenberg says there is football after Zidane, and R9, what a striker he is.
Mate, R9 was quality back in the day. I thought he was
Best
absolutely
striker
good.
ever, the best number 9 ever. Actually,
He was unbelievable. Like I know R9's different now in real life, and he's put on a lot of fat and that. But for me, R9 was absolutely brilliant in the early 2000s.
yes,
That World Cup 2006
2002.
and 2002, he was unbelievable. The way he was skillful, the way Brazil had a great squad, right? And they've got a good squad now, but it's not as great as it was.
Definitely.
Wait, Brazil had Roberto Carlos, Z Roberto, Ronaldinho, Arnold,
Rivaldo.
Lucio at the back,
Man,
right?
it was ridiculous. They squad.
Julio Cesar. They had unbelievable players back in the day, right?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
Zidane was a good player. Yes, he retired in 2006, but Zidane, of course, was a really good player, despite what he did against Italy in the 2006 final. But you've had all these great players that have played in the World Cup over the years, like Maradona before he passed away in 2020. Maradona was an unbelievable. Maradona. Who remembers the hero, the handball of God against
Yeah,
England?
Maradona. I always say, right. So I was born in '89, right. That was basically the end of Maradona. I've watched a little bit of Maradona, the end of his career, but I've watched a lot of clips. I became Argentina's biggest fan and a massive fan because of Maradona, and Maradona changed the football. Maradona will always become one of the greatest, if not the greatest. For a lot of people, he's the greatest. In Argentina, he's the gods. People that is older than us, that I'm pretty sure they will say Maradona. But with Zidane, and not his start, a little bit late of his career, showing all his quality. His prime only come like after he was 25, 26, 27. But Zidane was a hell of a player. He used to treat the ball like no one else. Zidane, for me, was one of the best players I have ever seen. Of course, Ronaldinho, Gaúcho and stuff. It's just too many. But I think Lemmy Frommenberg's making a good point in here, and absolutely agree with him. There will definitely be football after Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Like I said, there will always be, right? But what I try to say about Messi and Ronaldo is that probably everyone that is watching the stream, like myself, Luca, and stuff, we will not see two players keeping at a high level, playing at the top. Every year being out there to be compete against each other to see who's the best. Like Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, we will not see. For the amounts of years this guys did was unbelievable. So they deserve, a lot. Most of you guys know that I'm a Messi big fan, right? As a player, overall, I think Messi is a better player than Cristiano Ronaldo. But Cristiano Ronaldo mentality, his winning mentality, the hunger he has, still 37 years old. Credit to Cristiano Ronaldo. What a player.
Cristiano Ronaldo was an unbelievable player back then, right? And he's still playing. Ronaldo's played his final World Cup. And I would love Portugal to win the World Cup if England don't win it. Because Portugal, for me, I would like to see Ronaldo to go out as a bang, right? Yes, I didn't look, as an Arsenal fan, right? I know it doesn't affect me to Manchester United when they got rid of and Manchester United did the right thing to get rid of Ronaldo in that Piers Morgan interview. Ronaldo was right to say about the Glazers, and the Glazers are setting up now. So for me, they're just waiting up for someone to take over. So Cristiano Ronaldo, I've liked Cristiano Ronaldo. What he brings, what he brought. I liked it when he first came to Manchester United. That's where I saw the prestigious of Cristiano Ronaldo, that his legacy, and I liked him at Real Madrid. I liked him as well at Juventus, but mainly Ronaldo's career, what I enjoyed was when he first joined Manchester United in the early 2000s.
Oh, yeah, what a player.
He was brilliant. Who remember his greatest goals? Remember his goal against Porto? 40-yard screamer in 2009 in the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
Yeah,
Ronaldo
what a shot that was.
Mate,
yeah, but with Cristiano Ronaldo, look, of course,
Yeah.
he's one of, I wouldn't say he's prime really, because I'm Madrid, but he had a different role at Madrid. I'm Man United. He was young. He was a player with pace and everything. He would do all the tricks as well. He would have all the skills. Yes, at Man United, he was absolutely unbelievable. Then when he joined Madrid, yes, still was that for the first few years, still was that Cristiano Ronaldo. But then he became even a better goal scorer. Cristiano Ronaldo at Madrid was basically a goal scorer. And yeah, credit to him. I mean, the belief that guy has on him is unreal. We probably don't see another man that, believes so much that, he can do it like Cristiano Ronaldo. This is what he believes that so much in himself. This is why he used to score goals and in 95 minutes decide, games and winning trophies in the last kick of a football match. I mean, it's just unreal. Both of them was absolutely unbelievable.
Cool.
So in here we've got Arce and laughing Mbappe. Big up to you, my man. Really appreciate the support. And also Spurs office. I think he was laughing because when I said I will step in the ring and I will definitely knock out Canelo if he tries and fight with Messi. But look, like we've mentioned, let me quickly. We're going to give 2 minutes on again on France group. Was the biggest disappointing in this World Cup, and also people, if you could support and subscribe to Luca, and we'll share his link as well.
Yeah,
in the chat.
The link is in the description below. We are live in 40 minutes time at 6:30.
If anyone could also support Luca, we put a lot of work into it. We make so much effort.
I do. Yeah.
We don't spend time with our loved ones just to be in here with you guys. This is what I say. It's free to subscribe to someone. Take 3 seconds, and we really appreciate the support. Please, if someone could subscribe to Luca, I really.
Any of you guys in the chat want to subscribe to me in the chat? It's free to subscribe. All you need to do is click the subscribe button, and then I will subscribe back to you. And we're live at 6:30, so turn the notifications on. It will help everybody's channel, and we all want to grow together.
Of course, and it's free. Just don't cost anything to help. But yeah, look, just quickly, no surprise for me, myself. Like I said, before the World Cup start, I predict France to walk all over this group. I know they lost today, but We know why they lost. They made too many changes, and but main thing in here is Denmark, right? The biggest disappointment so far in this World Cup, there's no doubt, and I'm sure you agree. Like I said, unless Argentina gets knocked out tonight, that definitely because
I
Argentina
hope I wanted Argentina to win the World Cup, but now I want Portugal to win it because I've not been very impressed with Argentina. And a lot of people expected Argentina to go and win it. And I'm one of those people where I don't think they'll win it because I think their defense is not all that, right?
yeah.
And they don't have a very good defense. And they're
Who,
relying.
Argentina?
I don't think so.
Yeah, the defense is really good. They wasn't good against Saudi Arabia, but one game does not one game does not, you know, describe how good they are, right? They was poor.
Yeah.
Romero was very poor against Saudi Arabia. The defense wasn't good, but then against Mexico, I know Mexico is very poor, but the defense against Mexico was absolutely amazing.
It was. It was.
Argentina struggle because of their midfield, right? Having one of the key players that has been, this may surprise a lot of people, but Lo Celso, right? He was, he was poor for Tottenham, but he's been very important for Argentina. The
Yeah.
style of Argentina football, he's been one of the key, one of the main players for Argentina. Of course, he's not in the squads. He got injured before the World Cup, but Argentina is still trying to find that player to try and replace Lo Celso. And they might find Enzo Fernandez from Benfica, who had a very good game when he came on. He changed the game against Mexico. I think he might start today. Let's see. And big up to everyone that is watching us. We've got 20 people now, 23 people watching us.
Come on.
Really, really appreciate the support. And yes, like I said, Denmark, wow, shocking. Like, fair play to Australia. Come on, finish second in the
I'm
group.
shocked that Australia went really,
Wow.
really through, and I'm impressed with them. Like when they went 1-0 up against France, look, of course France were going to win the game, but I actually thought Australia were going to give them a good game.
But I mean,
Yeah,
fair play. They did well against Denmark and Tunisian. That was the main thing. They knew their chances against France wouldn't be too high, or a lot of chances to beat France. But the chances they had against Tunisia and Denmark, they did it. And credit to them, fair play. But
yes.
big disappointment against Denmark. So, Luca,
Yeah.
I've got a comment in here. I don't know if you can see it. From Lemon from Hamburg says, question to Luca. Where do you rate Bergkamp, right? Bergkamp, legend for Arsenal, a legend for the Netherlands as well. What a player. On the ball as well. One
Bergkamp
of
is
the best
fantastic.
players
He
I
was,
ever
his
seen.
goal against Newcastle in 2002, 1-2 season, was unbelievable. The way he turned, Bergkamp was levels at Arsenal Football Club, right?
Yeah.
Him and Thierry Henry were absolutely brilliant, right? It's hard for me to say who's better between Bergkamp and Henry. For me, if I had to choose one, this is really difficult. Probably have to go with Henry.
Yeah. This is actually a hard one, but like Lemmy and Burg says in here, this is what the kind of comments that I really enjoy reading, that I always put up as well for longer than some of the guys in the chat.
Yeah.
But everyone, I try to go through everyone in the chat. He's actually making a good point in here, and he tried to explain as well, right? Because he says he thinks that clearly that it was a bad baller than Henry. Not a bad scorer, of course. Of course, Henry was a better goal scorer than Bergkamp, but better footballer overall. On the ball, like I said, Bergkamp for me was, when I was young, I started watching the Premier League, right? That Arsenal team, that unbeaten Arsenal team from 2003, 2004, it was, I love them. I support Arsenal. My English team, I should say, when I was young, I like watching Henry. I became a massive fan of Henry and also Bergkamp, right? I go in love watching Bergkamp. The way Bergkamp used to treat the ball, there wasn't many players we've seen treating the ball. Maybe Ronaldinho, Zidane as well, very good treating the ball, like we treat our family, our loved ones, absolutely unbelievable. But like he said, better footballer, but maybe that's just me. Like I have to agree with you in a way that he wasn't definitely a better goal scorer. Of course, the numbers isn't there, the stats isn't there,
Yeah.
but definitely, on the ball, Bergkamp was just genius. But what a two players. We're talking about, one probably in the last generation, in the last probably 25 to 13 years, top maybe top 15 best players in the last 25 years. Absolutely unbelievable. What a players they was. And also Joan Vitor isn't here. Big up to you, my man. He says, let's go Brazil. Really appreciate the support. And people, please, if you could smash the like as well on this video. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Really appreciate. And also subscribe to Luca. His link is in here on a live chat. If you
Yeah.
please could subscribe to him. And also I've got in here my dear friend, much love to you. My love says, Vamos Portugal, always supporting her country. Portugal says, Vamos Portugal, Vamos Portugal. And also, João Vitor says, Cristiano Ronaldo veio para passear. Means he's basically saying, Cristiano Ronaldo, come to the World Cup, just basically to have a holiday. But look, he's doing well. Score a goal already. Portugal through as well for the round of 16. Big up to everyone. So, Luca, quickly, we've gone through that. Let me just quickly change to Argentina group as well.
Yeah.
Let's see who will face to. All right, let's say quickly, right? Because
Yeah.
as you can see, Poland, Argentina, and Saudi Arabia. Argentina will only go through if the game between Saudi Arabia and Mexico finishes a draw, right? Because Argentina has, at the minute, as you can see, it goes through goal difference, yeah? It's not head to head. Head to head will come down to second place, right? But first is definitely goal difference. So goal difference, Argentina clearly better than Saudi Arabia and Mexico with +1. Saudi Arabia -1 and Mexico -2. Poland is +2. So Poland goal difference has better than anyone else, right? And if Argentina beats Poland, means they finish top of the group. Poland, it's hard to predict who's going to finish second. All depends as well on Saudi Arabia and Mexico. But we predict. What is your thoughts? Do you think Argentina is going to be in Poland tonight?
Argentina will beat Poland tonight. And the problem with Poland is that the defence isn't that great. They're relying on one man, and that's Robert Lewandowski.
Lewandowski.
Okay? Yes,
Yeah.
they've got backup players like Piontek, they've got Grzycki, Kravomiak, right? But that's not enough. They're not Lewandowski's level. And the thing is, right, Argentina would desperately want to win this game, right? Because if Poland finish second, Poland are going to play France. One of those two, if they finish second, they're going to be facing France.
Yeah.
So Poland have to win or draw, but they can still qualify, right? If Mexico beats Saudi Arabia. If Poland can afford to lose, but they have to take that risk and they don't want to lose this game.
Yes.
But
So
Lewandowski has to really be on it tonight. He's got to have a point to prove. Yes. Has he been good for Barcelona this season? Yes.
Yeah.
But Lewandowski, for me, has only scored his first goal in the tournament. I expected him to look, okay, he's not going to score a lot of goals because Poland don't have a world-class team, right?
No.
Poland have a decent team, not up there with like the Frances and that.
Oh, definitely no. We should never compare that. But then also, if Argentina beats Poland, yeah, and then Saudi Arabia draw to Mexico, Poland will still go through with better.
Do you think Poland will go through? I don't think so.
It's hard, you know what? Because I think it's going to be a tough game. That's going to be another fight for Argentina. Like Argentina against Mexico was probably one of the ugliest game I've seen this World Cup so far. Right, first half was a waste of 45 minutes. No one might play football. Everyone just want to fight against each other. Poland knows if they grab a draw today, they will definitely guarantee to go through, right? And but even if Poland lose today, yeah, and Mexico beat Saudi Arabia, yeah, Poland still can go through, right? Unless because Mexico is -2, right? The goal difference is -2, Lucas. You have to think about goal difference, right? The goal difference still -2. So if Argentina beats Poland, let's say by 1 goal, and Mexico beats Saudi Arabia by 2 goals, still Poland will go through by having +1 goal difference, right? So there's a lot playing on Poland's side. Even Saudi Arabia, unless Saudi Arabia wins, the only chance that Poland will go out is if Saudi Arabia beats Mexico and Argentina beats Poland. That's the only way that Poland will definitely be out. But let's quickly, before we go, because I'm going to give another 5 minutes in this live stream because I need to go and get something to eat and also get ready for the Argentina. And I also will do a live stream straight after the Argentina Poland. I will be back again to review the game and to see who qualify. Hopefully, not another shocker. But let me from Hamburg says Poland versus Argentina will be a draw, and Saudi Arabia will win. So that means they will beat Mexico, and Argentina will go out. Right? Can you see this happen?
For me, I think Argentina are going to win the game 2-1. I think it'd be a very, very tight game. I think Argentina have got experience in there, plenty of experienced players compared to Poland. I know Poland have got a couple like Kravomiak, Gleek, Lewandowski, but Zielinski, Wojciech Szczesny. But I think Argentina, yes, Matty Cash is a good defender, but coming up against Lionel Messi on his day, yes, people talk about Messi's this, Messi that, but Messi is still a good player. And Messi's been on better good form than Cristiano Ronaldo in club level. So
Messi also has been a good form with Paris Saint-Germain this season. His second season with Paris Saint-Germain, he's been playing really well. But look, so France will be facing who? Whoever finished second in this group.
France will face Argentina. Saudi Arabia will beat Mexico, and Poland will go out.
But you said that all depends that the goal difference. If Argentina beats Poland, it means Argentina will finish top of the group. Unless Saudi Arabia beats Mexico by 3 goals.
Well,
the goal difference
Argentina finished top of the group. I think Argentina will win. Argentina will. Who do Argentina face? Is it?
If Argentina finishes top of the group, Argentina will face Australia in the next round,
which is pretty easy for Argentina. So I can see that happen. I can see Argentina winning the group. Argentina will face Australia, right? And then France will face Poland, and France will batter Poland.
Definitely. And then if France beat Poland in a round of 16, most likely they will. Too much quality in this France squad. But means that if England beats Senegal, they will be facing England, will be facing France in a quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Who you take? Do you think England will beat Senegal?
I think England will beat Senegal just about. But you can't underestimate teams like that because for me,
Senegal it was the best team in Group A. They should have beat Netherlands the first game. They clearly was better than Qatar, and they was better than.
I personally think, right, that England will have enough to beat Senegal. I do, because England were very impressive against Wales. Wales were crap yesterday. Right, and England's Marcus Rashford was their best player on the pitch. He scored a great free kick, which put Wales out of the tournament. Wales had to score at least 4 or 5 to go through, which was never going to happen against
England yesterday. Rashford had a good game. Yeah, good free kick, but the keeper should have done it better. Yeah, and also Wales was just very poor. And England yesterday did not had a good first half. That first half was shocking, like they did against America. Against USA, England was horrible. England yesterday, first 45 minutes, England wasn't good.
No, look, I admit that. They weren't that good in the first half. But in the second half, they really stepped up. And this is what England need to do in the knockout stage. I said this on Rich Sports' channel last night. And I said England need to turn up and have second gear in these latter knockout stages. And that's the thing. England need to go off and start and produce very well and get the job done in the first half. That's what England need to do. And that's something where Gareth Southgate...
Like they did against Iran, because that game against Iran was quality. And the problem with England is not that England hasn't got good squads. England on a paper is one of the best squads in this World Cup. If you actually look at England's squads, the talent they have, the biggest problem that England has, and England is always faced for me, is never to have that kind of manager with that mentality of England had a lot of managers before, Capello, Eriksson. but you saw the England squads with Lampard, Gerrard, Rooney's Beckham, too much quality, Michael Owens, too many quality. But England's like now, Gareth Southgate definitely is not the right man for the job.
No,
This guy is very poor. Tactic, he is shocking and poor. He seems to play his favorite players as well. Look, Foden yesterday, right? Foden should have started this World Cup against Iran straight away, start on the first 11, start against America, and like he did against Wales. Foden has been amazing for Manchester City this season. A player very young, probably one of the best England players at the minute, and I'm sure you will agree with me.
I
And you
wouldn't do
saw the
it.
difference with him yesterday, right? And also start with Rashford. Rashford has been okay for Manchester United. We know Rashford is not that top goal scorer. Will score you, guarantee you 35, so 30 goals in one season. But he has to work on his finish. Rashford has a lot of talent, right? And yesterday you saw, his free kick, his second goal as well, and he played well, deserved man of the match as well. But look, people, like I said, let's wait and see what's going to happen. Big up to everyone I
Yeah,
watched the stream. Still got 9 people watching me.
pretty good.
You guys, I
Yeah.
cannot thank you guys enough for all the support. And one last thing I will ask, because I still got 11 people watching me. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please takes 3 seconds.
And
Just
we're
go
live in 20
and I
minutes time.
really and I really appreciate the support.
Yeah,
Luca will be live on his channel very soon. He's gonna do the watch along for the Argentina game, and then on my channel, I will be back straight after the Argentina game to review and see have we have the biggest surprise in the World Cup. Argentina knocked out in the group stage.
yeah.
Argentina qualify. Have they finished second? Will they face France
Do
in a
you
round of?
want Argentina to get knocked out?
Sorry.
Would you mind having Argentina knocked out?
No, because I support Argentina. I've got a France share because I've got so many football shares, but I like Argentina.
Oh,
I'm
that's
a
good, man. That's
I
good.
absolutely love Argentinian football. I
Yeah,
would I would be upset definitely if they get knocked out, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, life goes on. And I'm
it
a big
does.
football fan in overall. Still gonna enjoy the World Cup. But look,
Yes.
big up to everyone. Lemmy Frommenberg says if England don't match the fight Senegal will bring to the game, it will be difficult. Definitely, I think Senegal is going to be a tough game against England. I think England will go through, but it's not going to be easy. That's for sure.
No.
Like Lucas said as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to extra time.
If
We
man, you know what? When I did the predictions for the World Cup, I actually predict Senegal to go through and Netherlands, and I predict Senegal to beat England in the run of 16. But Mane was there. I thought Mane was going to be in the World Cup. Unfortunately, he got injured. Massive loss for Senegal, but they still overall, I think they still have a good squad, and that
Yeah.
will definitely make it hard for England. But people, to all people watching me, I will definitely see you guys straight after the Argentina and Poland review the game. Should be excited as well.
Very
Let's
good.
see who's going to make the run of 16. But big up to Tunisia, massive win, was not enough, deserved the win today, and big up to Australia. Australia managed to go through in that group. Fair play to them with the biggest disappointment so far in this World Cup. Denmark finished bottom of the group without winning one single game. But look, just before we go, anything you want to say to everyone in the chat?
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for in my chat and all that stuff. We are live in 20 minutes' time as I'm preparing the lineups on my StreamYard. So if any of you guys from football, Ferreira,
Football Ferreira.
Ferreira, right? If so, if you guys are interested and coming on my watch along at 6:30, then feel free to comment. I would like to get your opinions on the game and the lineups for Poland versus Argentina. That would be great if you guys can make it in the chat. That'd be fantastic. And subscribe to the channel, Luca AFC. We're on the road to 2,600 subscribers. We just reached 2.5k. But thank you very much for inviting me on.
No worries, Luca. Look, it's always my pleasure. Whenever you feel like after the game, you're doing a watch along on your channel. If you want to come on my channel after the game to review the game,
You just let me
more,
know.
more than welcome. I will drop the link again, and then you can join you or anyone. Always in here to help and have a chat about a beautiful game with anyone else. Please, people, on your way out, smash the like, and also subscribe if you haven't. And I really appreciate that massively, helps the channel. And I will see you all very soon. Much love to everyone, and God bless you all.